I want to tell you about a simple truth that most people spend their entire lives running from. It's not death, though death is frightening. It's not failure, though failure stings. It's not even rejection, though rejection wounds us deeply. The thing most people fear above all else, the thing that keeps them trapped in mediocrity, is something far more insidious. It's the fear of their own potential. Think about that for a moment. We don't fear what we lack, we fear what we might actually possess. We don't run from our weaknesses, we run from our strengths. We don't hide from our limitations, we hide from our possibilities. This is the great paradox of human existence. The very thing that could set us free is the thing we're most terrified to face. You see it everywhere. The talented artist who works in accounting because art is unpractical. The natural leader who follows because leadership requires vulnerability. The innovative thinker who stays silent in meetings because original ideas invite scrutiny. The person with a message who never speaks because speaking means standing alone. We've become masters at diminishing ourselves, experts at playing small, virtuosos of mediocrity. But why? Why do we fear our own greatness? The answer lies in a fundamental misunderstanding about what potential really means. We think potential is a blessing, but potential is actually a burden. Potential means responsibility. Potential means we can no longer hide behind excuses. Potential means that if we fail, we can't blame it on lack of ability. We have to face the terrifying possibility that we simply didn't try hard enough, didn't persist long enough, didn't believe hard enough. When you acknowledge your potential, you acknowledge that your current circumstances are largely of your own making. That's a heavy weight to bear. It's much easier to believe that we're victims of circumstance, products of our environment, limited by factors beyond our control. It's comforting to think that we're doing the best we can with what we have. But deep down, we know better. Deep down, we know we're capable of more. The average person lives in constant negotiation with their potential. They'll dip their toe in the water of greatness, then quickly retreat when they feel how cold it is. They'll start the business, then sabotage it when it shows signs of real success. They'll begin the book, then find reasons to stop writing when it starts getting good. They'll pursue the relationship, then create problems when it becomes truly meaningful. This isn't coincidence. This is the unconscious mind protecting us from the responsibility that comes with reaching our potential. Society doesn't help. We live in a culture that simultaneously demands excellence and punishes those who dare to pursue it. We celebrate success stories, but we're suspicious of people who actually try to succeed. We admire confidence, but we call it arrogance when someone displays it. We want leaders, but we tear down anyone who steps forward to lead. We've created a social environment where mediocrity is safe and excellence is dangerous. The educational system teaches us to color inside the lines, to give the expected answer, to conform to standards set by others. The corporate world rewards compliance over creativity, politics over performance, networking over innovation. The media feeds us stories that make us feel small, insignificant, powerless. We're bombarded with messages that tell us to be realistic, to lower our expectations, to settle for what's available rather than create what's possible. But here's what they don't tell you: your potential isn't a suggestion, it's a command. It's not optional, it's obligatory. Every day you don't pursue your potential, you're not just letting yourself down, you're letting down everyone whose life you could have touched, every problem you could have solved, every innovation you could have created, every person you could have inspired. Your potential is not yours alone. It belongs to the world that needs what only you can give. That book you're not writing might be the one that changes someone's life. That business you're not starting might be the one that creates jobs and solutions. That conversation you're not having might be the one that heals a relationship. That risk you're not taking might be the one that opens doors you never knew existed. The fear of potential manifests in countless ways. It shows up as perfectionism, the need to get everything exactly right before we begin. which of course means we never begin at all. It appears as comparison, constantly measuring ourselves against others instead of measuring ourselves against our own possibilities. It masquerades as humility, the false modesty that keeps us from acknowledging our gifts and using them fully. Sometimes it wears the mask of pragmatism. We tell ourselves we're being realistic when we're actually being cowardly. We convince ourselves that dreams are for children when we're actually afraid of the work required to make those dreams reality. We rationalize our choices by focusing on the risks of success while ignoring the greater risk of regret. The tragedy is not that we fail to reach our potential. The tragedy is that we never truly try. We give half-hearted efforts and call them attempts. We make conditional commitments and wonder why we get conditional results. We hedge our bets and then complain that life isn't giving us what we want. But life doesn't respond to wishful thinking. It responds to wholehearted action. Breaking free from the fear of potential requires a fundamental shift in how we think about risk. We worry about the risk of failure, but we ignore the risk of success. We focus on what we might lose, but we don't consider what we might gain. We catastrophize about worst-case scenarios while remaining blind to best-case possibilities. The real risk isn't that you'll fail. It's that you'll succeed beyond your wildest dreams and realize you could have done it years ago if you hadn't been so afraid. The real risk isn't that you'll be rejected. It's that you'll be accepted and have to live up to the expectations that come with that acceptance. The real risk isn't that you'll lose what you have. It's that you'll gain something so much better that you'll wonder why you waited so long to pursue it. Embracing your potential means embracing uncertainty. It means being willing to be bad at something before you become good at it. It means accepting that growth is uncomfortable, that change is messy, that progress is rarely linear. It means understanding that the path to your potential is not a straight line, but a series of experiments, adjustments, and course corrections. Most people want guarantees before they act, but potential doesn't come with guarantees. It comes with possibilities. It asks you to leap before you're ready, to begin before you're prepared, to commit before you're certain. It demands faith in yourself when evidence is scarce and courage when fear is overwhelming. The journey toward your potential is not about becoming someone different. It's about becoming who you already are beneath all the fear and conditioning and limiting beliefs. It's about peeling away the layers of can't and shouldn't and impossible until you reach the core of what's actually true about you. This journey requires you to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Excellence lives outside your comfort zone. Growth happens in the space between what you know you can do and what you think you might be able to do. Your potential exists in the realm of the unknown, the untested, the unprecedented in your experience. You must also learn to redefine failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. Every failure teaches you something about your potential, shows you where the boundaries are so you can push past them. The person who never fails is the person who never truly tries, never truly tests their limits, never truly discovers what they're capable of. The fear of potential also requires us to confront our relationship with other people's opinions. We worry that if we shine too brightly, others will be uncomfortable. We dim our light to make others feel better about their darkness. We lower our standards to avoid making others feel inadequate. But this is not kindness. This is cowardice disguised as consideration. Your playing small serves no one. It doesn't help others by making them feel better about their own limitations. It enables them to stay limited. It doesn't create harmony. It creates a false peace built on shared mediocrity. The greatest gift you can give others is the example of what's possible when someone dares to pursue their potential fully. Leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about being willing to ask the questions others are afraid to ask. Innovation is not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being willing to risk being wrong in pursuit of something better. Success is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent in the face of imperfection. Your potential is calling you not to be flawless, but to be authentic. Not to be invincible, but to be vulnerable. Not to be superhuman, but to be fully human in pursuit of something greater than your current circumstances. It's asking you to stop editing yourself to fit into spaces that were never designed for your full expression. The time you spend in average is time borrowed from your extraordinary. Every day you choose safety over growth, comfort over challenge, certainty over possibility. You're making a withdrawal from your potential account. And unlike a bank account, this one doesn't accumulate interest while you wait. It diminishes with neglect. But here's the beautiful truth. It's never too late to start. Your potential doesn't have an expiration date. It doesn't matter how long you've been playing small, how many opportunities you've missed, how many times you've settled for less. Today is a new day, and today you can choose differently. The choice is always the same. Will you let fear of your potential keep you average, or will you feel the fear and pursue your potential anyway? Will you continue to negotiate with your possibilities, or will you finally surrender to them? Will you keep asking, what if I fail? Or will you start asking, what if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams? Your potential is not waiting for permission. It's not waiting for the perfect moment, or the ideal circumstances, or the complete absence of fear. It's waiting for you to stop waiting and start becoming who you were always meant to be. The world needs what you have to offer, but first, you need to believe that what you have to offer is worth giving. Stop fearing your greatness. Start fearing your smallness. Stop running from your potential. Start running toward it with everything you have. The average life is not a consolation prize, it's a choice. Choose differently. Choose greatness. Choose to finally, fully, fearlessly become who you were born to be.